Today let's talk about these supermarket bags. Or that's how I perceived them when I first started seeing people carrying around these bags at school. I thought they looked hideous because in my mind, they were almost equivalent to the type of reusable bags that the supermarkets gave out. Over the years, my perspective has completely shifted. Not only do I own 3 of these bags, I've also used them as my school bag, my work bag, and my travel bag. They have become such an essential part of my life that I can't imagine life without them. Now I want to do a comparison between the original and the club version. For the original version, you will find that all of the bags will have a brown leather strap and brown leather flap. On the flap, there will be a gold button. At the top, you will find a Longchamp embossment logo. There is a gold zipper, which also has the Longchamp logo and the name. Okay, and on the inside, it looks like so. I don't have an exact measurement of the bag for you, but during my undergrad, I carried my 13-inch laptop all the time, and there was a lot of wiggle room in between. So for size reference, this one could fit a 13-inch laptop, which is great for work and for school. For the Pliage Club version, I love that there are so many great color options. I ended up choosing the nudie pink color because pink is my favorite color, and even though I know it will get dirty much more easily than the darker shades, I didn't care. So the difference between the original and the club is that the straps and the flap will always have the same color as the rest of the bag. So to me, I feel like it looks much more put together. The club has a much more modern feel to it than the original. And there's also a blue navy plastic button, which matches in color to the logo on the side. All of them will have a logo here. The logos on the other shades will have different colors, so you can go through the color options and take a look at the combination between the bag and the logo. To me, I feel like every single one of them look extremely good. Instead of the gold zipper that we saw in the original, there is a silver zipper here. I'm not sure if this is particular to this color, but this one that I have has a silver color. The inside color is not white anymore. It's like this nudie beige. And I'm also not 100% sure if this is the same throughout all of the color options or it's just particular to this shade. But if you go into a physical store, then you'll be able to open it up and check. Compared to the white interior of the original, this one is much better because then it doesn't get dirty as easily and it's not as obvious. The other difference to the club version is the inside compartment is much bigger than that of the original. This is about twice its size, so you could put a lot more things in here versus the original. In terms of the size, I could also fit my 13-inch laptop in here with a little bit of wiggle room, so I'm assuming these two are of the same measurement. Both of these bags are inspired by origami, and what that means is you could compress it and fold it into a smaller bag, which you could throw into a bigger bag, and that's what I love about this collection. So if you had your bag open like this, how you would fold it is you would press in the bottom part like so, fold it like that, and then you would fold this side inwards and also this side, inwards, and then you would fold the bottom part up, and you see how there's a button here. Then you will pull this flap forward and you will button it up like so. See, like that. So this will prevent the bag from getting creases everywhere and making it look ugly. But because of the nylon material, even though it gets wrinkly and it has some lines, once you unfold it, it will disappear eventually. So that's what's good about this bag. For the wear and tear of the bag, unfortunately, there is one thing that annoys me the most, and that's after you use it for a while, no matter how careful you are when handling the bag, you will start seeing holes developing in the 4 corners of the bag, and that's due to the nylon material that the bag is made of. For this one, the holes are much more severe because I've had it for 8 years and I was not careful with it whatsoever. I took it with me to school every single day. I threw it onto the ground during lectures, and I carried it in harsh winter weather. I took it to my trips. So the holes are much more severe in this bag. But for the club version, which nowadays I'm mainly only carrying it every once in a while to work, I'm already very careful with it and I don't use it as often, but I still see holes developing in the 4 corners. So there are tiny little tears here, here, basically in all 4 corners. And I know with more usage, the holes of these will eventually turn into the size in that bag. Another downside to the bag, which is a much less severe issue than the 4 holes in the corner, would be how easily the bag can get dirty. This is going to be different for everyone because if you choose a lighter color bag like me, then you will see marks on the bag easier than darker color bags. This is exactly why I decided to sell my second Longchamp bag, which is in the light blue shade, because it got dirty so easily and I just could not stand looking at a dirty bag. But I was also too lazy to clean it every few days, so I ended up selling it for a much lower price. I think the person who bought the bag off of me got a really good deal because at that point I only used it a few times and I sold it for less than half the price. I love how versatile the bag is because when I go traveling, I could just fold it and toss it into my suitcase. It doesn't take up a lot of room. And when I get to my travel destination, depending on my outfit, I could just pull it out, unfold it, and carry it away. Although I did say that the bag could get dirty easily, but the marks could also be easily removed. You could just use a toothbrush or something, dip it into some soap and just rub it back and forth until the mark goes away. So the marks are also very easy to remove. In terms of the price, the original is about $15 or $20 cheaper than the club. If I were you, I would ignore the price difference and go for the club because there are so many great color options out there and it just looks much more modern and put together. That's all for my comparison video. Leave a comment down below and let me know what you think of these bags. Remember to like and subscribe. Thanks!